Now, Zoe came out crying to the world, painting the picture that Kai was a bad person. Now, I didn't know who she was, so I had to do my research. I does my research, and all she does is emasculate niggas. Why you can't just sit and just have fun with niggas? Every person that stream with her feel like they going up under a humiliation ritual.
Wise words from a decent man. Now, since the last video on Streamer University, a lot of stuff has come out, and Zoe Spencer has now woken up what the internet is calling King Kong Godzilla King SoIlluminati. Like, it's getting totally out of hand. But because this ties in with two more recent videos, the Streamer University video and the Humiliation content video, I think it is worthwhile talking about from this perspective and this lens. Now, Zoe Spencer has been getting laughed at for the past couple of days because she cried that she did not get into Streamer University. I mean, she's basically become a meme herself.
To get my name blocked in the chat, can't even say my name.
Y'all blocked her name from the chat?
Damn.
Bro, that's tough.
you wait.
What the
A second.
Okay, this is crazy.
Hold on a second, bro.
I feel like I'm watching that with the bros. I don't know. I kind of enjoy the reaction to the reaction. Now, out of all the reactions to the Zoe Spencer controversy, the one that spoke the most reaction or most, vitriol conversation has been SoIlluminati basically destroying her or ethering her, as the internet would depict it, because of her actions, her feelings, thought processes, and all that stuff.
He don't really do anything wrong. You going around biting. You have bit more than 10. This is a zombie.
Oh my God.
Bro, Zoe Plant the eater. She's a zombie, bro.
SoIlluminati made aggressive claims about Zoe Spencer being a clout demon, a industry plant, somebody who is just there to humiliate a bunch of guys. And it sparked so much controversy on the internet about who she is, what she does, why she's valuable. And most importantly, Zoe Spencer herself had to clap back at SoIlluminati because, I mean, to be honest with you, I wouldn't take me being called a clout demon dick eater either. Sometimes you gotta say something.
Who's SoIlluminati? Who is the SoIlluminati? Yeah, SoIlluminati suck my because you're a grown-ass man talking about a grown-ass bitch, right? How about you get a life, you old and suck my dick? You're on my dick. I don't give a what the I did. Are you going, you gay ass? Suck my dick. I don't give a.
Now, I don't care about the back and forth, even though Zoe don't need to be homophobic. That's crazy, out of pocket, and I don't condone those types of behaviors. That's stupid. But there have been some questions that have arose from this back and forth between Zoe Spencer, SoIlluminati, and just the conversation as to who she is, why she exists, and what is cool in content creation and streaming. First of all, the claims of her only humiliating people in the conversation of, how she creates content. Now, this is probably a valid claim on the surface. When you consume a lot of Zoe Spencer's content, it looks like it's embarrassing. It looks like it is harassment. It looks like she is doing the most. And we'll definitely dive a little bit deeper into that into the video. But I can see how somebody who is just coming into the fold, because SoIlluminati has been off of the internet for a long time, would have that takeaway. Hey, I just had to do research of who she is. This could be a very valid claim. A lot of her, videos do come off a little bit different. But it is odd that everybody's coming all out at one time to dogpile on her, and I don't even think her type of content warrants this sort of reaction from the community at large, and I'm not the only one who agrees with that. Hell, SoIlluminati kind of walked back his statements a little bit and said that he was sorry for stepping on her grind, and other content creators honestly fell in line with the sentiments that I'm having, that it got a little bit too much on the TL these past couple of days when it came to Zoe.
For the most part, I want y'all to know I don't feel good about the must be stop and all this stuff. That's my old self, and my old self was not about really the grind. My old self was attached to just a lot of bullshit. I told y'all I have no beefs. I send apologies. I'm really sorry, and I really want to say this to the bottom of my heart. I feel very sorry for myself for putting myself through that with, and I hope she can keep grinding.
That's what I was saying. Y'all gotta understand. Yes, so cooking her is funny as hell. That shit mad funny. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You're a funny nigga. But that's why at the end of it, I'm like, yo, bro, at a certain point though, niggas gotta get on Zoe dick, cause we could do this to mad people. There's mad people that, like, you feel me? This could have happened to anyone. And yeah, we do some like the side shit. Obviously that shit fucked up. But yo, bro, she a person, bro.
But the thing is, that's who she is. You know what I mean? If she didn't bite niggas and do all this crazy shit, nobody would be talking about her. That's who she is. Everybody has their own road and way of how they get to a certain level when it comes to being an entertainer, especially in the streaming realm. You could question a lot of shit niggas and chicks did, but that's just who the fuck Zoe is. Clearly, these niggas kept letting her around regardless of what she was doing. It's not like they could have blackballed her a long time ago.
Now, some people were definitely getting totally out of pocket, and I think the back and forths are a little bit much at this point. Picking sides, you know, trying to tarnish her, being parasocial about how ex-streamer feels about Zoe Spencer is all the way insane and out of pocket. Some of the people going to bat for Zoe Spencer is totally out of pocket. It's bubbled up into a whole different stratosphere. Now we have Zoe Spencer literally getting on social media, streaming to these different platforms, ruining her own branding and her own image by saying, you know, basic homophobic rhetoric, by labeling all these, you know, hard R's as gay, all the men in the conversation as gay, taking this stance that doesn't even need to be had in a conversation, especially after these people, you know, came to bat for you.
Y'all never want to see black women really excel. It's scary. All you ooh, oh my God, niggas. All you niggas, because that's what I said. All you niggas is gay. Y'all just want men to fucking do content in this fucking space. And it's weird. Men, stop sucking each other's dick. It's fucking gay. Stop doing that. Okay? Stop.
Now, homophobic rant aside, Zoe Spencer brings up something that we've talked about on this platform before, is women being a part of the WL community. From my perspective, Zoe Spencer doesn't do too much more than a lot of the other streamers in the WL community. They all do too much. Like, from the outside looking in, all of them do too much. All of them make, especially the onlooker, very much uncomfortable. All of them play a character and play a role. And it gets to a point where people who aren't in the inner circles or aren't in the content lane don't really understand it. But those that are in the content lane and content space, you know, kind of get what's going on. It's interesting, though, that Low Tier God said, you know, it only becomes a problem when it's a problem. Zoe's been this character. Like, she's been this person. She's been supposed to be somebody who is, you know, playing up what she is or who she is or whatever the case may be. But now all of a sudden there are people saying that she needs to take accountability for her actions. I think that's not right.
Accountability for what? For playing my character? When I take accountability, like, how? Learn from this? How?
So Zoe Spencer, just like every other content creator and streamer, has found a lane and found a character in which can get them popping and get them promoted. And that's very common knowledge and commonplace. Like, her doing the things that she's doing, to me, is no different than the character that like Rakai plays or that Ray plays or whoever else plays. Everybody's playing a character. Everybody's over the top. But we don't see the larger streaming community as a whole coming down on them, you know, talking bad about them and talking negatively about the content that they make. They just let it slide because that is who the character is. Now, is there a thin line between annoying and content? Yeah, probably so. And does Zoe Spencer push that line? You tell me.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Saeed. Hey, come here. I got you.
No, you can't.
He's 23.
No,
He's consensual.
no, he's not consenting.
Yes, he is.
He's not even saying nothing.
He likes it. Yeah, give.
Oh, no. I don't think he wants to.
Yeah, stay right there. Stay right there.
You trying to block a nigga from getting ass, you
Bro,
weird.
he don't want it, bro.
He did not tell you
He
that.
don't want it.
We're gonna put you on a blind date. Cool.
Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool. Chill, Brody.
Why not?
Chill, Brody. Chill, Brody. I ain't on that. Not that. Chill.
They don't give a fuck.
Chill, Brody. Come on, she geeking already.
Happy birthday.
Get out. Get out. Get out. She geeking, doing too
Nah,
much.
she with me, she good. Pull
Nah,
up,
she
pull up.
wild like all that falling niggas. Nah, don't.
So sure, as somebody who is looking onto this, is it annoying? Yes. Is she humiliating other streamers who are male? Yeah, potentially. We've talked about how that is a very prominent niche in the streaming community with Dabo and other content creators, is that they go for the whole humiliation content.
No, get up, get close. Get fucking close. What you mean you gonna get you a snow buddy? What the fuck you mean? With your dumb ass, you dumb as fuck.
You know, whether they be the person who is humiliating or the humiliatee, whatever you want to say. That is a very prominent thing. But what I find interesting is, how is this not a reflection of the literal same content that everybody else consumes in the WL community?
He broke my TV. You broke it. He broke my TV though.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Now, I know you know the guess.
Why does it take you so long to say a sentence?
I'm trying to explore the gas.
Okay, but like fucking spit it out. We've been tracking the same sentence for
He's
30
dyslexic,
minutes.
man.
Are
He's
you stupid?
dyslexic.
Are you fucking stupid? All right,
Niggas don't like that shit. Niggas is not. Shut the fuck up while I'm talking to you, nigga.
So let me get this straight. The whole community can participate in these games of humiliations, of making fun of and annoying and all these other things, but all of a sudden Zoe Spencer can't. This conversation has been one that's been existing since like Senna's come onto the scene in a major way in the WO community. Pokimane has made her comments. Now it's turned for Zoe Spencer to make her comments. Can women exist in the WL? Can they participate in the same activities? Can they make the same types of jokes? I know some people are probably gonna say, yeah, but just don't be annoying. But if the whole community is doing this annoying humiliation thing, then where's the line really drawn? When you sit there and you consume a Zoe Spencer's content, what's the real difference between consuming a Rakai's content, Little Rodney's son, a Kaisenad, a Agent, or whoever else? And not saying that there's not differences, they clearly are, but if all of them participate in some sort of similar actions and activities as humiliating or, you know, making fun of or being aggressive or being loud in public or being touchy-feely, all these other things, they're breaking stuff, all of this, if this is the nature of the community, what makes it so different when she does it versus when other people do it? Okay, cool. And maybe biting somebody was a little too far, even if they did like it.
But I emasculate them because of bite mark.
And she had 11K.
I emasculate them because
Okay,
I
okay,
bite.
Zoe.
Guess what, SoIlluminati? Did they all tell you that they like that shit? All in all, you might like it too. And you're doing all this because maybe you want to get big.
People can acknowledge that that may be too far, but I just want to open up the conversation, the dialogue of if they can do it, why can't she do it? If it's annoying because she does it, why is it annoying because specifically she does it, but every other person gets an excuse? Sure, if you hit the doom scroll and you see these consecutive videos, it's going to seem that way. She does literally everything everybody else does, sprinkled in with the aggressive nature. Why is it different than your favorite streamer? It's a question I got to ask.